What's up guys, GK here with Corbin's Archery, and I finally have my hands on the Bowtech Ascend. Now, this is not one of their quote-unquote flagship bows, but in my opinion, it could be a flagship at a very, very friendly budgetary price. Right out of the gate, you're looking at $9.99 for this bow. There is a package that they sell with like a black gold sight, a tight spot quiver, stabilizer, stuff like that for a little bit more, but for now we're just going to review the bare bow. Now this Ascend, it is not necessarily a flagship quote unquote, but in my opinion this thing performs and shoots just like a flagship bow, just at a cheaper, more affordable price. So if you're a hunter that just can't justify paying these high flagship bow prices, then this Bowtech Ascend could be perfect for you. I'm going to break down all the key features of this bow, and we're going to go through this bow together. But again, if you're looking for a flagship performing bow at a budgetary price, the Bowtech Ascend could be for you. Let's break down some of the key features of this bow and why it makes it so great as a perfect affordable price point. First and foremost, you're looking at a 31-inch axle-to-axle bow with a 6.5-inch brace height. Very good links there, kind of right in that medium axle-to-axle with a good forgiving brace height. Overall physical weight is 4.2 pounds. I'll weigh that in a second and see how accurate that is. I'm sure they're weighing it without the dampener on the side and without the rest that we put on it. So for it to be accurate, I'm looking to be 4.6 pounds on all that. So moving on, it's got a 45 to 60 pound limb option and a 55 to 70 pound limb option. This one here is the 45 to 60 option. So when I go in there and get a speed, this will only be maxed out at 60 pounds. So just keep that in mind. We'll do another one when I get the 70 in my hand. But for now, 60 pounds here. Draw length adjustment ranges from 24.5 to 30 inches. So a large range of adjustment. Bunch of different color options. I kind of like this Eva Shockey blue color here. I just kind of like that teal option there. I think it looks good on a bow. But yeah, tons of features. You still have your flip disc here on the cams where I can change that from comfort to performance, get it exactly where I want it. Also a singular rotating mod that allows me to change the draw length without a press. And also the biggest thing ever, you can still tune this bow without a bow press. And a bow that's, you know, $1,000 or less that you can still tune without a bow press, that's huge. So if you look right here, it has the deadlock light system to where I can still shift those cams and get it to tune without a press, which is awesome. A couple of the features that say their high-end flagships have, it doesn't have the timing adjustment on the mods or on the cams, and it's not gonna have that adjustable grip to where I can change the angle of that grip and move it that way, which this grip, it's kind of a tapered, degreed, angled grip. I like it. I think it feels very, very comfortable. I don't think you need to adjust that grip. I think it's very comfortable in the hand. Also, you still have a way to mount integrated rest here, and then you also still have your Picatinny mount. So this is still a flagship bow at a budget price. I mean, you're getting all the features that, in my opinion, you need. I see a lot of bows every day. This has all the bells and whistles that you need to become an effective archer or a hunter. It has that deadlock feature, which is huge, being able to shift it. It also has this integrated system of a Picatinny mount and a integrated rest mount. Like I said, at a price point of $1,000, you can't really go wrong. This thing is gonna IBO at 340, which we'll keep that in mind when we do our speed test here in a little bit. But IBO is at 340, and yeah, I mean, it's a good solid bow. I think we've touched on all the features. Let me get an actual physical weight, and then I cannot wait to shoot this and tell you all about it. So let's get a weight on it right quick. So let's keep in mind, they're probably not weighing it with the dampener on it, and they're probably not weighing it with our rest on it. So 4.2 pounds is the advertised weight there, physical weight. I'm guessing it's going to be about 4.6-ish. Let's weigh it and see. I'm getting 4.6 to 4.7. It's kind of bumping. Also, you can notice it has the yoke splitter. We're seeing a lot of bows go to that split yoke system. It's not uncommon to see that on bows now. They're kind of getting that same look. Multiple stabilizer port options. Doesn't look like I can run a front bar. I can run a lower one here. And there might be another mounting option for a back bar. You would just have to kind of maneuver it a little bit and see where that needs to go. But all right, we got our measurements, we got our specs here. Let's go shoot it. It's gonna be at 60 pounds, 29-inch draw on the comfort setting. We're gonna go shoot it, get a good speed on it, and then just kind of tell you first thoughts and impressions on how it feels. So let's go back there and shoot it. All right, so we have the Bowtech Ascend here. Should be 60 pounds, 29-inch draw. Got it a little hot, 61.4. I don't know if we can see that, but I'm just gonna leave it there. It's not like I'm comparing other bows at 60 pounds. So let's shoot this thing. Let's see what it's all about. 61 pounds, 29-inch draw. Let me go ahead and just shoot it a little bit, get a feel for it, and then we'll get a speed. Draw cycle's super smooth. Back wall's not bad. It's not it doesn't dump into a valley or anything, but it's comfortable to hold. Good feeling bow. Yeah, it doesn't drop off or anything. It's just a good, solid, comfortable back wall that I can hold. I can kind of relax on it, and it doesn't want to go, so that's still solid. See if I can grip it. It feels very stable in the hand too. There's literally no vibration in that bow. And for a budget price point bow, that's insane. I'm gonna grip this one, see if I can sense any. Again, I don't have anything on it. But let me see if I can sense any sort of vibration. I'm gonna grip it pretty hard. There's nothing in that, and I'll be honest, sorry Bowtech, but I've shot the flagships from previous years, and there's been more vibration in that flagship range than this bow. This bow is super dead, it's quiet. Hard to tell what a 70-pound draw would feel like because this is just the 60, but whitetail hunters, guys who don't care to pull 70, if you're looking for a good 60-pound bow that's affordable, look no further. It doesn't like drop off and you sit in there, but it's a solid back wall. I'm not bouncing. I'm not doing anything with it. And there's no vibration. That is insane to me that there is no vibration in this price point of a bow. Now, I'm gonna get my one arrow, 450 grain arrow. That's what I always like to test the speed with because that's about the most realistic hunting arrow weight. And I think it's a perfect arrow weight. I'm not one of those guys that believes in the heavy stuff. There's definitely too light and there's definitely too heavy. But let's get the speed on it now. We have 61 pounds, 29-inch draw, 450 grain arrow. Let's get some speeds on it. .269 is what that one showed. .268. .268 again. So we'll give it a 268 average there at 61 pounds, 29 inches. That's a respectable speed. 70 pounds, you're probably looking 280-ish. So highly respectable bow. Let's go back inside the shop there and wrap it up, but really impressed with the Bowtech Ascend. All right, guys, that was the Bowtech Ascend, one of their budget-friendly price point bows that shoots just like a flagship. Really impressed with the draw cycle. The valley's not as deep, so I'm betting we're running 80% let off, maybe a hair less on that comfort setting. But super, super good shooting bow. Very stable. And of course, this has nothing on it, but very stable, very comfortable, and it has no vibration. It amazes me how dead in the hand this thing is, but you won't know until you come shoot one for yourself. I've shot some of their previous bows. This one is really dead, and for the price point, it has all the features you need. Coming from a archery technician, you know, shot a lot of bows in my time. This has everything you need to be an effective hunter, archer, all that stuff. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you shoot, you just need to get out and shoot. And if you're looking for a great flagship bow with a budget price point, come check out the Bowtech Ascend. Very solid. We got them at both locations. We'll have some at our Dallas location that'll be opening up here in about a month or so. But if y'all need anything, let us know. Got any questions, drop them down in the comments below. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks.